Okay. Now, why are you for Ron Paul?
I am for Ron Paul because he is the only candidate. I don't care if you're talking about Democrat or Republican or Independent. It doesn't really matter. I'm for Ron Paul because he's the only candidate that stands by the Constitution. That's it. All the guy wants to do is run for president so that he can give the American people what he has vowed through his oath to give them, and that's liberty. You know, back to the Constitution of the United States. You know, it's basically liberty and justice for all. He's against the wars. We don't have a declaration of war. We shouldn't be out there in a police state. We shouldn't be out there in Iraq or Iran or Afghanistan or anywhere. We should bring all our troops home and secure our borders.
Okay. Well, I mean, now I understand all that. But my question to you is that, you know, we're in the state of Oklahoma. And you know, Oklahoma seems to have less tolerance for Ron Paul, from what I have detected. Does that seem to bother you to think that your vote may not really mean a whole hell of a lot of beans?
Well, my vote at the ballot box is probably not going to count because I believe there's massive voter fraud. But if you look at what's happening nationwide, Ron Paul's already won Massachusetts, Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, Nevada. He's won a whole bunch of states in the delegate realm. Because Ron Paul people understand what's going on with the delegates. All Ron Paul is trying to do is win delegates so he can actually become the president of the United States. He's the only guy that can go up against Barack Obama on record alone. Now
you heard something on the news about RNC Paribas. Did you hear about that? About the rule number 11?
Yep, that they're asking him to step down.
Yeah. How do you think that's going to turn out?
How I want it to turn out and how it will is probably two different things. But I think the guy transgressed his own rules and he needs to be out of there. We need somebody that if they're pledging they're going to keep these rules, they need to keep the rules.
But now what's happening in Oklahoma? Is that the same deal? You said that they have some problems going on with another district in Oklahoma.
Well, the first congressional district, when they met to have their meeting, the Republican National Committee did not follow their own rules, and that's what we're doing here today. Part of what we're doing is we're going to decide if we need to go ahead and redo the vote because they weren't following the rules.
Wait a minute.
Plain and simple, on video.
Not following the rule. I mean, so in other words, their delegates don't even count. They're not real.
Well, that's what they're going to determine it here right now. Matter of fact, in just a couple of minutes, they're going to start this meeting and determine whether they need to recount.
Are you sure that that's not going to happen tomorrow?
No, that happens right now.
Oh, now where?
Now in this room.
Well, I better get up in here then.
Starts at 3:30.